Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Awesome. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. Welcome back to Spartan923 Gaming. I am your host, Spartan923, aka Firehawk5150, aka Lucas, and we are back in for Warhammer 40k Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition, where we last left off with little baby Bray. We're currently making our way to the weapons facility, where we learned. Sorry, I just had a brisket sandwich, and it was awesome. I'm still picking it out of my teeth, but anyway, and we found out that the device we have is powered by the warp. Very chaotic thought there, but anyway, so we are currently trying to get to a weapon to see if it can help us wipe out the orcs, and go from there. As far as our schedule goes, Thursday we will be back in Ark Survival Ascended, where we will be working on our Raptor army. Or my ground forces, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, my blade liger was looking a little weird. And then Saturday we'll be in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Continuing on, gathering up the last two members we need for our Assassin's Brotherhood. I think that's easier to say than the Koshibaiki, or whatever it is, because I'm probably saying it wrong. We currently have the first half of this video posting, first half of the stream posting right now on Spartan923 Gaming VODS. This video will be put up tonight, but will premiere tomorrow. So, just so you guys know. As far as the channel goes, we are at 141 followers. That's 9 away from our 150 follower goal. So please tell your friends, have them see if they'd like to watch us. Give us a follow. Help get our videos mentioned and suggested. And if they really want to help, tell them to subscribe. Get rid of those pesky ads and help out the channel with our maintenance and server fees and food and baby diapers for baby Bray. Tell you, feeding that little guy, he's a toddler now, really hard to keep him fed. So need all the help we can get. But other than that, I don't have much else to say, so we're going to go ahead and get on into the game. So here we go. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Ow. One, two, three. 1 2 3. Perfect. Full sync. Gosh, that brisket sandwich was good.
There. We will proceed through that door.
Yes. Hammer.
I need time to override the lock, Captain.
Understood, Inquisitor.
Lovely. Spice Marines! Whoops. Woof.
I thought the Spire to be a ground-to-space transport.
It is. With a few modifications, it also makes an ideal firing tower. The energy pulse should not damage the Spire.
You do not sound confident.
Improvisation and experimentation go hand in hand.
Oh man, them squigs. Mine. Glorious slaughter. Bam! Oh. Let's. Have you considered Elden Ring? No. If you've seen how I play Star Wars, Survivor, You'll probably say, oh, no, that's why.
Find cover, you lot!
Okay. Alright, so I was told last time I was too quiet, so maybe I can tell a
Lead into
story.
facilities and sub-basements.
And here is our entrance.
So I had an interesting day today. Mostly like near the end of my day. For those of you who don't know, I work quality control for a medical company. This isn't like syringes or anything like that. We build lifting equipment for people who can't be moved, or people who are too heavy to be moved, or paralyzed patients, stuff like that. So I used to build the machinery, now I do quality control.
What can we expect inside, Inquisitor?
Oh yes, just a few defenses.
What comprises a few, Inquisitor?
Servo turrets, mostly.
Set to eliminate orcs?
Set to eliminate anything with the misfortune to move within their range.
So, it's nearing the end of my day. I have just gotten a ton of work done. Like, a ton. Like, I was so happy with all the work I was getting done. I was getting stuff put back in the inventory. I was getting my pallets cleared, everything. So, I'm...
Sentry guns ahead.
So I'm now I'm at my desk. I then have this lady who comes out and asks me usual stuff. It's like, hey, I have this item someone was telling me about. They said it has already been sent and that we have it, and it was dropped off and signed for. And I'm like, I do these things called RMAs, which are return.
Authorization required to
which is like returned items. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, all right. So I've got an RMA. I'm like, okay. So what's
Missile launcher.
I'm like, okay, so what was it? I'm like, oh, it looked like this. I'm like, I have not had a box like that come to me at all, if it is an RMA. They're like, oh, it's an RMA, and they say it's here, and it was signed for by so-and-so. I'm like, okay, well, let's go talk to so-and-so. And when was this? Like, Thursday. I'm like, okay, that's last week. Like, so if I was to receive this, it would have been Friday of last week. And they're like, yeah. Like, okay, so... Ow, ho, ho. So, I'm like, so this thing... Oh, hello, puppy. Okay. You used to sound like you were getting a little fussy upstairs. Ah. Get you on that whole milk. Get you on that... So you're here on protest. You see the sparkly thing on the TV? He's just zombied out.
One sad little pup. Look at the shiny thing, Bray.
Yeah. Okay. All right, all right. You want your big whole milk bottle. Okay.
Yeah, I want my milk.
All right. You have a good night, buddy. All right. So we start looking for this, and I'm like, okay, so what's the big deal with it? And like, well, I want to make sure that this damage is legitimate, and I want to make sure that we get our costs back. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I have no issue with that. I'm like, so we go and we talk to who signed it, and they're like, yeah, but I didn't move it. I'm like, okay, so where is it? And they're like, it should be on the dock. I'm like, oh, on the dock. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so it could be anywhere now. I'm like, that's possible. Okay, I get it. So, and this is something that I've always, it's that after I got this position in pretty much the back of the building, I've made it a personal preference to never sign for anything, because if it goes missing, everyone's going to be on you about it. And sure enough, poor guy, everyone's going at, like, well, you signed for it. You should know where it is. Like, I signed for it, yeah, but it was there. And I can show you a picture of it there. And so, sure enough, we look everywhere for it. And I'm like, okay, so it's not here. And so the warehouse people, all of a sudden they're going, hey, you're the one who receives these. You should know where it is. I'm like, it doesn't mean that it was brought to me. And they're like, but you receive them. And I'm like, after they are brought in, I receive them. I'm telling you right now, I do not bring them in. So don't think just because I work with these, I know all about them. And so I get to, so they're like, well, check your area. And I'm like, I've been at my desk all morning. I have had no crumpled up, broken box, because they sent a picture of the broken box. Like, I have had no crumpled up, broken box on my desk. And they're like, okay, well, go check your area. And I'm like, all right. I go over there, and now I have, like, 3 people in my area digging through my stuff. Stuff that I'm like, no, it's not there. It's not there. This is not what that is. And they're like, well, it has to be here. I'm like, look at the size of this box. It must be it. And I'm like, it's not. It is not it. And so I'm just getting a bunch of people like, well, sure I know what it is. You just don't want to know because you think you're going to get in trouble. And I'm like, that's not the point of this at all. And so I'm like, okay, you know what?
Ultramarines, the logic engine thinks we are escaped Xenos specimens. There is a control panel in the side room. Get me there, and I can shut it down.
So now I'm like, okay, you know, this is starting to get insulting. I'm like, look, this rack is for stuff that's going back into inventory. Like, okay. I'm like, so if I haven't received it, it's not here. They're like, okay. I'm like, so there's no reason for us to be digging through this shelf. Like, well, let's go into your cage. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's not there. I would know. And so they're like, well, we're gonna look. And so now I got people digging through a cage that no one's really supposed to be in except for my department. And I'm like, are you guys... Number one, I'm not blaming you guys for it not being here. I'm just saying, I never received it. And I'm not saying that you guys should be in trouble for it not being here. I'm saying, please, I'm just saying, if I had received it, I'd know where it is, and I haven't received it. And then they're like, well, check the system. And I'm like, okay. So I go and I check the system. I'm like, look, it's not received. Like, but they say it's received. And I'm like, it was signed for, it was not received. And so they're like, well, okay, whatever. And I'm like,
What is kept in these containers?
Specimens needed for my research.
I'm like, all right. So
Cages.
I'm gonna go talk to my manager and address this issue. And of course the people in repair are like, yeah, sure, that's good, that's fine, I get it. And people in warehouse like, well, we're not taking the blame for this thing being missing. It had to be whoever signed. I'm like, you know, get off your high horse. People make mistakes. Don't go bashing everyone just because someone in your department probably messed up. So as it goes on, I'm kind of stewing on this, and I'm pretty mad about it too, because there are some people in the warehouse that get kind of preferential treatment, and they could like run over someone with a forklift and get away with it. So, Kraken Bolter, that sounds fancy. Adamantite cord ammunition. Ooh. So, anyway, I'm now kind of angry at these people, and like, you guys really need to learn how to be team players and be a bit more understanding
This is the
in these
firing core,
situations.
Inquisitor. Does it discharge through the whole facility?
No, not precisely. The core
So I'm like,
actually
all right, you know
raises to
what?
the rooftop of
And
the
so
facility.
now I'm
That
texting
is where the rest of the
Meg,
firing
and I'm
area
like,
is located.
so here's what I'm dealing with. And she's like, you should go to HR about this. I'm like, well, I'm going to my manager first, because my manager will tell me the amount of outrage I should have. So, because I've gone to HR directly before, but we have a new HR person. I really haven't gotten a feel for them yet as to how they'll react to this situation. And so, the last thing I want is to have someone who's going to try to like, make me the bad guy because I'm the one coming in hostile. Even if I do approach calm. I'm like, well, you brought it in, so you're the hostile party. And I'm like, well, how am I the hostile party if I'm the one bringing it to your attention? And believe me, there are some HR people that will take the person who's clearly the victim in the situation and try to make them the ones at fault. And I don't know if this is that kind of person or not. And I don't trust Easy anymore at my work. Because I've had several people try to get me fired, and I am not really wanting to give anyone a benefit of the doubt anymore. My last manager I had, when I worked in the assembly portion, they said, how do you feel about me becoming manager out there? And I'm like, I'm going to tell you, you have an uphill battle with me. He's like, oh, really? I said, yeah, the last guy tried to get me fired. He forced me to revoke my own vacation so that he could get his numbers. And I said, I'm never doing that for anyone ever again. So if you can guarantee me that whenever I take a vacation that I have no risk of losing my vacation time, we'll be fine. And he's like, well, I can see about that. I'm like, well, it's not a matter of see, it's a matter of yes or no with me. So he's like, fair enough. Don't want to sound like you're going to be screwed with me, but I want you to understand, I do not trust Easy anymore. And he's like, fair enough. I would rather earn it from you than anything. And he put in the work, he put in the time, he treated us like he treated the people in my position like we were important. Like we were partially in a management type position. He gave us a book to study and stuff, and we would sit and we'd talk about that book and how we felt it meant and how he translated it and all that. And I read the whole book, and I was like, okay. And he was very happy that I took the time where other people were refusing to read the book because they're like, no, you're just trying to brainwash us to your ideas, yada, yada, yada. No, he was trying to teach us a different way of managing stuff from the way we were shown was wrong. So, and I was, number one, super appreciative. I still have the book. And I recommend it to people all the time who are ever going into a managerial position. I'm like, here, read this book, and it will help you understand what some people are dealing with when it comes to these situations. And And then, of course, we have these meetings, talk about then the other two guys that were with me are like, no, this is all bullshit, right? And I'm like, what do you mean this is bullshit? This guy's teaching us. He's mentoring us. I don't see how this is bullshit. It's like, he's trying to get us on his side with his way of doing things. I'm like, you mean he's showing us a better way of managing things and teaching us a better way of being in our lead positions? Yeah, he's probably trying to trying to trick us into getting us to just quit our lead positions and go back to a lower pay grade or something like that. I'm sure that's not what he's trying to do. He's like, oh, they all like that. They're all like that. I'm like, what do you mean they? You guys seriously are too paranoid for anything. And these are two guys that they wait for things to go wrong so that they can say, see, I was right. So these guys are just like, and unfortunately they have ruined a few good employees because of it. And so there was one person that used to work for quality, and now they've gotten their claws into that person, and they are now kind of on this whole pessimistic view of everything and untrusting of anything, unwilling to talk to the right people, and just sitting and stewing with them and just bad-mouthing everything. I'm like, God damn. It's like, this is just so ridiculous. But anywho. But anyway, so I go and talk to my boss, and because an email just comes through, and I'm like, hey, boss, so I'm not sure if you heard about it, but there's this RMA that so-and-so is concerned about, but they want to, and they want us to look into it as soon as possible, but we can't find it. And they're like, okay, sure. She's like, well, what's the issue? I'm like, oh, it was a very heavily damaged box, and there should be pictures in the email that they just sent. And they're like, okay. So she's looking at it, like, and that box is not out there. I'm like, no. There's an RMA in our quality control, quality control system, but there is no item. Like, and we're sure. I'm like, I have not received it. They have come over to my area and have tried to prove that it is here, and it is not. They have gone into the cage to see if it is there. And you're like, okay. Like, all right. So what do we do? I'm like, well, I mean, maybe you could come out and help me take a look, or help me address this with them, that they have overstepped the line. And they're like, okay, well, let's go look and see if we can find it first. I'm like, okay, well, I'll show you everywhere where we've done it. And so we go through that, and oops, sorry, something's sparking.
Good, Captain. Your time carrying my power source is finally at an end.
Ooh.
Stand clear. Psychic surge firing sequence commencing. Alarm. Structural damage. Warning. Emergency containment right away.
Damnable thing!
What do you need me to do, Inquisitor?
You'll need to manually restart the array alignment. Forcibly, if you must.
Where?
In the firing chamber. Board the lift, Ultramarines.
Alright, so we go out to the warehouse and we start looking, and we go through everywhere, And she asked, well, did you speak to this person, this person? I'm like, yes, I talked to them. They've all come over and investigated my stuff. I'm like, okay. So she starts looking at this one pallet.
The downed orcs have cut the main conduits into the firing tower. You must reconnect the conduits, Captain.
And
or we're facing an
she finds it.
that will rip
But
this
it's in a
planet
brand
apart.
new, clean box. And she's like, okay, so here it is. I'm like, that's it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, look at the picture. And she's like, yeah, that's not a bust up box. I'm like, then why are... It's like, okay, so, like, we'll go get so-and-so and we'll have her come look at it. I'm like, okay, so we get the lady who was looking for it. And, like, we got it, but they sent it back in a new box. So that picture was not on our end. Like, so they put it in a different box to send it back here. And like, huh, that's weird. So she brought it out to look at, and I had, long short of it, I had to investigate it to make sure it was, the item inside was properly working and all that. And we did.
The conduits are reconnected.
Now, proceed to the main control panel.
So, she comes out, I go over, I'm like, well, here's what it'll take, and yada, yada, yada. Probably be about this amount of time for me to do a check and all that, and probably have your answer by tomorrow. Because, number one, it was late in the day, so I was like, I am not, and all the stress I had just gone through, I'm like, this is not worth my time. Now, this lady is very nice, very sweet, and she was not the reasoning for the stress I was in. Ooh, pretty.
Look at the spire.
I've been looking for you, Space Marine. You got something of mine.
Uh-oh.
Why didn't it work?
Damn that Drogon. Never trust the Inquisition.
Stand fast, Ultramarines. We can handle a few orcs.
Space Marine! Was that supposed to hurt?
Up. Warp energy. Ooh.
Chaos demons! How is this possible?
You got new friends now, Space Marine!
Ooh. Chaos.
Inquisitor! Get back! How heroic. Drogon!
I have served you well, Lord Nemeron.
Traitor.
see. My servant did all that I hoped and more. But he would never have succeeded without you. Captain Titus. Thanks to these brave space marines, we have broken through to this reality. The blessed gateway. Clever fool. You seem surprisingly able to resist my touch, Titus of the Ultramarines. And that of the war, which impressed my servant to no end. Ah, you think the Inquisitor a traitor, but Drogon has been dead since before you first met. You have been used by my puppet of flesh and bone. I ain't so easy to kill.
That is the most gravity clumsy
Protect us. We need an exit.
orc
To the
I've ever
left.
met.
Chaos beasts.
Chaos beasts!
Whammo! So we found the lift, and he's like, "Okay, just let me know tomorrow what you find out." Okay. And what they had done was they put it in a brand. They took the old box and put it in a bigger box, a clean, brand new box. So, number one, this picture that she's telling us to look through, the box looks nothing like it.
The man's urgency,
So,
his fear.
all this stress I had to
That
go
was the
through
real Drogon,
is like,
facing
oh my
certain
gosh.
And it found him.
but not at the orcs' hands.
It's like,
Somehow
oh my
the agents
gosh.
of chaos
Like,
were already here.
this is ridiculous. And so now someone's going to be talking to someone about that and how it's going to be an issue and that people need to warn them when they rebox something from the pictures that they've already sent. And I'm like, I think we should be notified if they're going to send us pictures. Like, it will not look like this when you receive it. Like, okay. That would be nice to know. So that we don't end up, like, getting chewed out by people when we come looking for it.
This way.
Hit him so hard he went back in the warp.
That's it. Keep moving.
So, long story short, we found it, and my day got stressful because of it. And so then I went around to every department after that gave me trouble and said, hey, guess what? We found it. Like, oh, where was it? Like, it was boxed in a different box and then was set somewhere, which no one said anything about it. It was just placed on a pallet that had no RMAs.
It's time we use the power source to our advantage.
Okay.
To supercharge Invictus. We need to reach that Titan.
Like, okay. So I went to repair first. They're like, hey, so-and-so, guess what? We found it. No worries. You're all good. He's like, I knew it was here. I'm like, yeah, well, someone moved it and didn't tell anyone. So, and then I went to receiving and said, so we found it. I'm like, yeah, what was it? What was about it? And like, well, thing being is that someone didn't say anything about it, and probably just was like, whatever, I'm putting it here, and they can find it themselves. Like, okay, so that's kind of a dick move, but I said, but we have it, and it was put in wrong. It was put in a new box, so it looked nothing like the picture. And she's like, well, that definitely makes things complicated. I'm like, yes, it does. Like,
alone, there was no way the demon could get the power source past a million orcs. It needed help.
And we obliged.
So, long story short, we got it taken care of.
For chaos breaking through to
And
this
then
world.
I went to the one people that gave me the most trouble. And I was like, okay. So, Iron Halo. Ancient artifact generates personal energy seal. Great reinforces resilience. So,
Ultramarines, attack!
these guys are tough. So, well, nonetheless, we got it squared out. And I went and I talked to the one people that gave me the most trouble. And said, yeah, so all that searching you did in my area, turns out it wasn't placed in my area at all, or in our cage. It was put somewhere that no one knew that it was put there. And they just expect us to know it was there. And it was also in a wrong box. So, like, well, I guess since it's been found, I guess nothing bad about that. Then I'm like, and I just calmly said, I'm like, look, I'm just gonna say this: if you're gonna go cause a bunch of stir about something because you don't want your department getting in trouble, I think you need to understand that you trying to avoid trouble for your department causes more trouble for our departments. So you probably should consider that next time.
Captain, duty requires that I put voice to my concerns.
Speak then.
You held the unshielded power source again, Captain. And again, you emerged from the exposure unscathed.
Leandros is
The
accusing
Codex
him.
Astartes warns that those in league with Chaos can withstand the warp's touch.
You forget yourself, Ultramarine.
Leandros, I do not take this warp resistance lightly. But the search for answers must wait until after we deal with this Chaos invasion.
What if that is too late?
Leandros, enough. We need to keep moving.
Yep, he's about to come lame Andros. Technically, he is being lame Andros. The Codex Astartes says not to, blah, 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 blah.
Brothers, attack!
Bam! Take that, corn. So, but of course they got dodgy on it, and I'm like, you know, just admit that you were wrong. Just say, look, sorry for all the hassle. We shouldn't have been so hard on you about it. Yada yada yada. Just say that. I mean, there's no shame in admitting you're wrong, but some people just can't do that. Like, oh, I'm not gonna admit that we're wrong because then that admits that my department makes mistakes, and I can't have that. Like, you know, I'm gonna tell you right now.
My lords, help us!
And I said that I'm like, you know, that I'm gonna tell you right now that some of the people that you think are infallible in your forklift drivers
Guardsman, report.
ramming the
My Lord Space Marine.
ramming
Everyone's
the
almost immediate.
shelves all the time and don't report it.
Captain
And
Titus, are you there?
whenever we do it, you take their side
This whole
over
planet
us.
has gone mad.
The forces of Chaos are invading this world. We must get to the Titan and destroy that warp gate.
So,
I know what route to take. I deployed troops to man outposts between the Calcus facility and Bastion Primus. From there, you can access the rail network and cross to Manufactorum Ajakis.
Understood. I will meet you there.
Rambo! I really hope this is still the Kraken bolter. chance of jetpacking. Bam! Slam. Bam.
It's a fight takes more than that to get it all.
An orc invasion, and now the tender mercies of Chaos heretics. I'm surprised the place is standing at all.
How can we face them? The legions of chaos.
Trooper, get yourself together right now!
Yes, Mom.
The other platoons are going to fall back towards the bastion. Hold this position, or they'll be cut off. Greetings, Ultramarines.
What is your situation, Lieutenant?
As well as can be hoped, considering we are surrounded on all sides by the enemy horde.
We're heading back to the command post, Captain.
Good. Nope. Oh, that squig got me.
You may be dead. Not for long.
Art, boys.
There's a lift over here.
Oh.
Well met, Mira.
Jonah, I half expected to find a demon chewing on your bones.
Well, they'd spit me right out.
Make your report, Jonah.
The Greenskins have been pressing us hard, both down here and at the Bastion proper.
Get ready to fall back to the Bastion. Do not engage Chaos forces directly until I get reinforcements down here to back you up.
Aye, Lieutenant.
Oh, Lieutenant.
Captain Titus, this way.
Okay.
Lieutenant Mira, this is Bastion Primus. We're under heavy assault. The Orcs are back, and they cut power to the sentry guns.
All of them?
They took out the generator. We couldn't defend it against such numbers. We had to fall back.
The Ultramarines and I are almost at your position. Mirror out.
Took my las rifle.
Genetic scan complete. Adeptus Astartes. Access authorized.
Orcs, always more orcs.
Forward.
Imperial Guard! Stand your ground! The Ultramarines are here!
Aye, Lieutenant.
Better crippled in body and corrupt in mind.
Oh boy.
Genetic scan complete. Adeptus Astartes. Access authorized.
why we need the sentry guns. There aren't enough of us to hold this position without them.
Lieutenant, the central outpost is under attack.
Tell them we're on our way.
Move out, brothers.
It's that way. Okay.
We need those sentry guns.
Lieutenant, where is the generator?
If you continue on, you'll find it at the end of our fortification.
Guardsmen will need your help until the guns are reactivated.
We will hold the line, Captain.
No, Morgan, no. Ah.
Never forgive.
Ah. Wow, okay.
It's worth dying for.
Woof. Alright, sentry guns.
It's working. The sentry guns are back online. Captain, your men are near an access point to the rail network. My guardsmen will point the way. Another gateway is close to your position.
Thanks,
Here we are, mate. Carry on,
Oh.
Sidonis to Captain Titus. We are running into orcs down here. Nothing like above, though. Just enough to be an annoyance. We will be there soon.
Understood.
That explains a lot. The hammer is so powerful that you lose access to your other weapons because of it.
Think you can walk out of here with that sparkle thing? I'm Boss Grimskull! This whole planet is mine! Whoa!
You've been at my heels for long enough, Luke. This ends now.
That's right! 'Cause I'm gonna kill you, Space Marine! You me! Stand still so I can kill you!
Whoa. That's not fair. A one-hit slug out? Whoa. I wonder if I could beat Grimskull before the end of the night.
Success is measured in blood. Yours.
Okay. God damn it.
Blood of martyrs is the seed of the Imperium.
Come on, man. God damn. I tried to activate my... Grimskull is hard, man. I forgot. Man, Grimskull is tougher than I remember. Hang on. Yeah, but he one hits you. It tells me melee is the way to go. I got him. Get him, get him, get him, get him.
I ain't finished with you yet, Space Marine!
But I am finished with you, Orc.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That ground some time.
Captain, the damned Orc is dead.
Finally, some good news.
This rail line will take us directly to the Titan Manufactorum.
The faster the better. Those orcs slowed us down.
And gave Nemeroth time to prepare his invasion. We must get to the Titan and destroy that warp gate.
Captain Titus, the orcs are running scared. What's happened?
The captain dealt with their war boss once and for all.
Chapter
We have a
13.
chance now.
Bolster your defenses. The demon host will not be so easy to frighten off.
Good luck, Titus. All our hopes are with you.
So it's looking like we are within range of finishing up next week in the first half of our stream.
This section reports 5,302 workers absent. Lagos has been notified. Adeptus Astartes recognized. Full access branch.
Ultramarines, this is Princeps Enoch aboard Titan Invictus.
This is Captain Titus. What is the status of the Titan?
My crew and I are aboard Invictus, but she's immobilized. You will need to activate our berth's backup generator to release the mooring clamps.
Understood.
I mean, I'm doing so well with the hammer, but I haven't got to use the plasma rifle at all. Do I give up the hammer just to use the plasma rifle? I mean... There's just so many... Ugh. Wow.
The Emperor's currency. Spend it well.
Yeah, we're keeping the hammer, man.
Captain Titus, the orcs are running scared. What's happened?
The captain dealt with their war boss once and for all.
We have a chance now.
Bolster your defenses. The demon host will not be so easy to frighten off.
Good luck, Titus. All our hopes with you.
Section reports 5,302 workers absent. The Magos has been notified. Adeptus Astartes recognized.
Ultramarines, this is Princeps Enoch aboard Titan Invictus.
This is Captain Titus. What is the status of the Titan?
My crew and I are aboard Invictus, but she's immobilized. You will need to activate our berth's backup generator to release the mooring clamps.
Understood.
What the hell?
Or your enemies.
This is just becoming a huge frickin' turkey shoot. Maybe I need to put the hammer down and start using like the shadow bolter or whatever.
The captain dealt with their war boss once and for all.
We have a chance now.
Bolster your defenses. The demon host will not be so easy to frighten off.
Good luck, Titus. All our hopes are with you.
This section reports 5,302 workers absent. Magos has been notified. Adeptus Astartes recognized. All access
Ultramarines,
granted.
this is Princeps Enoch aboard Titan Invictus.
This is Captain Titus. What is the status of the Titan?
My crew and I are aboard Invictus, but she's immobilized. You will need to activate our berth's backup generator to release the mooring clamps.
Understood.
All right. We just reached a save point. Oh no. Okay, we're getting close to where we should probably call it.
Success is measured in blood, yours or your enemies.
All right. See how far back this kicks me? Not too far. Okay. All right. Okay, folks. So with that, we are probably going to stop here. We appreciate you coming out here tonight. Remember, this video should be up tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Central U.S. time. Yep, there's our save. So we're gonna go ahead and grab you, and gonna do this. So let's go ahead and see how much further we have left. It's online. Oh. Oh. That's my current. Oh, that's nice. Sons of Medusa. Oh man, these guys got everything. Ah, my good old Sallies. My salamanders. Stormlords, Marauders, Tourists, Taurens, Siglin, Imperial Fists, Raven Guard, Crimson Fish, Space Wolves, Sally Veteran. Oh. Oh yeah, that's nice. I really like Mark 4 Max. Beaky. So that's a Primaris. That's Mastercraft. The Corvus. That's freaking awesome. So I just like the Corvus armor. That's pretty cool. Private game. Okay, well, I've burned enough time. So, our schedule, of course, we will be in Ark Survival Ascended this Thursday, where I will be continuing my Raptor army. And then Saturday, we will be in Assassin's Creed Shadows, where I will be finishing up for getting the last 2 members of our Brotherhood in Japan. And then next Tuesday, we'll be wrapping this up and possibly starting something new. So I will be picking out which one we'll be doing. Who knows? We may pop back into an old game that we haven't touched in a while. We'll find out. Or maybe we'll hop into Monster Hunter, because I hear there's been a title update. So we're going to see. But we'll find out next week, Tuesday. As far as our channel goes, we are at 141 followers, which is 9 away from our 150 follower goal. So please tell your friends, have them come, just drop us a follow, get our videos mentioned and suggested. And if they really, really, really want to help the channel, they can subscribe, and all the funds that we get from that goes to our maintenance, our servers, baby food, and diapers for little baby Bray, which you saw the cutie today. Who wouldn't want to help that little guy out? So we appreciate it big time, especially with all these rising tariffs and stuff. It definitely helps us out a lot. And with that, I really don't have much else to say, folks, except thank you for coming out and spending time with us. And don't forget to get out there, discover, explore, create, and innovate. And we will see you here next time on Spartan 923 Gaming. Love you. Take it easy. Oh, man. Just plays so fast. I tell you.